Bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Hey! So we got some breaking news coming out of the University of Southern California. Apparently, a team of scientists has banded together and determined that most of the criticism leveled at The Last Jedi comes from Russian robots. The leader of the pack is a man named Morton whose clever deductions have resulted in this conclusion. And, well, the evidence is damning. A link to his paper is going to be provided in the description below. Now, my immediate reaction to this, as a level-headed thinking human being, is that it's horse shit. And this is an attempt to get a supposedly peer-reviewed paper to come up with a conclusion that they want to force feed to the public. And this is no different from papers whose goal is to sway you in the consumption of other products. So, you know, let's take a university. Okay, let's give them $100,000. Let's set them loose, and then they come up with a paper that says like, it's been proven that men respond to porn. It's been proven that people need food in order to live. It's been conclusively decided that children like toys. Okay. Pseudoscience. That's a fucking word. And that's what we're staring in the face today. Now, before I go off on the rest of my cylinders today, the point of the paper was that specific political affiliations were responsible for the lack of reception for The Last Jedi, and I want to clarify my political views to a degree. I am an independent. What does that mean? Well, that means that I don't wear a blue tie. I don't wear a red tie. I don't fucking care what color your tie is. Show me the best guy. Show me the person who represents my fundamental beliefs, who is passionate, who is actually a leader, who will follow through with his campaign promises. I'll consider you. Now, just to be clear, in the most recent presidential campaign, the guy that I wanted to lead was eliminated from the Republican primaries early on. Trump might not be my ideal candidate, but he's the president, and we only disagree on several matters. Okay? He's not a terrible guy. He's not the best guy. But we all know that. Politics is a fucking... You know, like what Biff Tannen runs into consistently? Yeah, that's politics. Okay? And he can't do nothing about that. It's basically like who's the most popular kid in high school. Okay? If the world was just and righteous, then so many puppet strings wouldn't be attached to the offices of various... Now, this is a blanket intended to cover the facade of criticism for The Last Jedi drama. Ooh. It's not the fault of the storytellers or the directors. No. It's Russian robots. Clearly. I mean, the Robotniks have been detected on a microscopic level by Superman on the lenses of all the Panasonic fucking HD cameras that they used. The big sea-tit beast had them crawling all over. Well, I shouldn't say her. I don't want to assume her gender, her identity. But yeah, they were there. They were on the scene of the crime. Okay, there's a tiny little, like, itty bitty chalk outline of a dead Russian nanobot that can only be viewed in Ireland, but unfortunately the rain has washed it away. I know because I wrote a paper and it had like 3 peer-reviewed sources, and yeah, that's academics. That's what's going on. It's a fucking crazy world we're living in now. You can't do anything with normal people anymore. You know what happens is you try to put out art, and normal people, they're not on the same plateau as you are. So you know the correct response. Show them where their plateau is. But then they still pay you. So my parting thought is directed towards our benevolent overlord, DOOMCOCK. Now, I know that you have at your disposal poisonous reptile bats. You have an undead legion. You have multiple laser cannons and a formidable persona. Okay? But as you construct your world-crushing robots, I want you to go to RadioShack.com and look for Russian robot parts. Okay, because apparently Russian robot parts are the most damaging to our socio-political sphere, and will definitely do damage in the areas that you want to, cleanse of bullshit. Now, I know shit works different in the center of the earth, but please take my word as a surface dweller. Heed my advice. Russian robot parts. They'll fucking do anything.